Alright, today we're going to learn how to make animations based on the work of Chris Uphues. So Chris Uphues makes some hearts that look like this. You can see they have a bunch of fun expressions and different things that they do. I really like the hearts that have their tongues out because I feel like that can turn easily into action. So our goal today is to take inspiration from his heart expressions and give those expressions some action, some motion. So I think I'm going to go ahead and use this heart right here as my inspiration. I might use some different colors, and I'm going to see if I can get the tongue to come out, lick the top lip, and go back in as a part of the animation. So to start your animation, the first thing you want to do is make sure everything is ready to go. You should have a blank book here. You can see you only have one page right now. So on our first page, go ahead and click the tools here on the bottom. You're going to want to pick a background color. So I really like these teal colors because I think it's going to make my heart stand out. You can use any of the tools that you like. I'm going to use the bucket tool though, just to fill the whole space for right now. Then I can pick a different tool. There's different textures you could use. There's pens, pencils, erasers to get rid of stuff, and markers and whatnot. And then you can pick any color you want. And you'll see that there's pretty limited colors, but they give you a custom color slot as well. So you can go to the custom color palette, drag this slider to any color that you would like. For example, if I want to go into some pinks, I might go into this slider and keep playing with this area until I find the color I want. Then when I'm done, I'm just going to touch my screen again, and it will be set to that color and it'll live right here. Keep in mind, you can also change the size of your tool. It's really helpful to change the size for whatever size you need to color. So I'm going to go ahead and make my heart shape next. Now notice that what I use is the highlighter tool. That's going to change your color to something different. So even though it's set at pink, it's not actually the color I want. So let's make sure that we get the right tool going. So I'm going to use just a basic drawing tool to add my color. And now you can see it's got that pink that I was looking for. And then I'm going to use my finger to color it in. All right. The next thing we need to do is let's look back at the work by Chris Uphues. You can see I want to work right here with this blue one with its tongue because I think its eyes are going to be really simple. I want to leave the eyes the same, but I want to change the mouth. So I think the easiest way to do that is I'm actually going to draw the eyes and nose first with a mouth and no tongue. So I'm going to go back to my drawing tools, change its size a little bit, change its color to something different. I might change it to actually a black, a true black. All right, I can see it's got my right color. And let's start drawing. So I know I need 2 eyes. You can always use the undo button if you don't like the way you want something turned out. And these eyes have some lashes. A little nose. And we have a mouth. All right, and that's going to be the first page of my animation. Now on the next page of my animation, I need to make sure that I have the same drawing, but I need to add to it. So if you need to add to a drawing, something really easy you can do is I can either copy and paste if I want the current frame, or I could go to the top and there's this little plus button with the 2 pages with the same image on it. If I click that, you're going to see that it made a second page with the same thing on it. So now I need to take my tool. I'm going to need a different color pink because we want it to stand out on our heart. So I'm going to go ahead to my custom palette. I'm going to go into those pinks again, but maybe for the tongue I'll do a much lighter pink. All right, let's see if I like that. And with that lighter pink, I'm going to go ahead and use my tool to maybe make the tongue starting to come out. Now you can see it's really hard to get this area here to be even, so I might have to go back with my other colors and just touch up some spaces. So I might color in a little bit over that line, and then I might go back with my black here and just follow really carefully as much as I can. There. So you can see I have a little bit of that tongue poking out. So now for the next page, I can either draw it again, or I might again just choose to copy it. Because it's going upward, I think I can just go ahead and copy it. I'm going to use my pen tool with that light color again. And make the tongue a little bit bigger this time. Make sure that you change the color of the tools until you get what you need. I'm doing my best to keep my lines as neat as possible. I'm going to go ahead and copy my page, and you're going to keep doing this until you're happy with the way it turned out. Now for my next part of my animation, I want it to decrease again in just a moment. So I'm going to make sure that I actually take my pink color. Maybe I want it to move a little bit when I decrease. So I want to make sure that I use that pink color to just reduce the size of my tongue. So I'm going to actually take the reverse color and reduce it a little bit. I'm going to keep doing that until I'm happy with the way it turned out. Trying to make sure it's nice and smooth. And then I think for my last one, I'm going to get rid of it. And this is just a simple animation. You can add, the more frames you add and steps you add, the smoother your animation will be. And I think the last thing I want to do is I actually want to give this tongue a little bit of a black outline, because right now it doesn't have a lot of tongue texture. So I want to make sure that it has that tongue texture, and I want to make sure it looks like a tongue. So I'm going to go ahead on each of my frames. Now that I know what size it's going to be, I'm going to go ahead and add that black outline. And as it gets taller, I can also add that like split in the tongue. If I need to, of course, I can touch up any spots with my reverse color. We wouldn't use the eraser because it would erase right to the background, that grid shape. We're just going to go right to that color. Carefully moving with our fingers the best that we can. If you have a stylus at home, that might be really useful. All right, now we need to play our frame. So play it, you need to click this green arrow on the bottom, and you can see we have now a lipped heart. So you can animate the eyes, you could animate some hair, you can animate some arms, you can do whatever you'd like to make this animation. Now to save it, we actually need to click the save button here. You have to give it a title. I might say tongue heart. I can add my name if I want. And then I have to say I make this animation public. I don't need this at all, but I can sit and click upload. So what they're going to do is they're going to ask if you're not a robot. Please click the box, wait for it to load. It might ask you to find things like find a fire hydrant until there's no more fire hydrants, which I don't see any. And then you can upload it. It might take a moment. Once it's uploaded, you can then save it as a GIF. So a GIF is a file that lets you see all of the movements of this heart. And there it is. Now we have this heart movement. You're going to go ahead and click GIF here on the bottom. You're going to push either Control or Alt or tap it with 2 fingers to open the menu. Save image as, and you can save it anywhere on your computer. So I might say tongue, heart, make sure it's set to GIF here, and click save. And there you have it. Now you can upload it to your slide.